So I was combing my beard. Takes a while. Obviously looking at this, Josh Alber takes second at Midlands. Good tournament for him. The thing is he was aggressive. He got beat attacking. I can handle a guy getting beaten attacking. I mean, he hit a really great shot in overtime. Ended up in a go behind the kind of slide by position that he is, and if your hand touches, it's 2 points. And so that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to pull him down really hard, and the guy, he happened to slip off and didn't get his hand raised. But I tell you what, I like how he competed. We had a lot of our young guys competed, and they're certainly in the ballpark of being really good and being right there with the best guys. But there's a big difference between being close and right there and then being there. We got to get those guys there. Lost a lot of close matches, and so now we get into this new year and really. There's some focus for our team is effort, energy, enthusiasm. Have some excitement when we compete. We talk when we're training right now. Everything's about changing levels, changing energy, changing speed, spiking a guy. And to do that, you can't kind of limp through this sport. You can't half. The interim AD's back there, so I won't say it. But you can't get through the sport kind of half doing it. So there's some training things that we're going to implement, and you hope you see a difference. You should see a difference, because that's really what it's about. Guys kind of dull a little bit, and when you're dull, there's not a whole lot of life. So you got to get something where we get some life, we get some energy, we get some pizzazz in these guys, and the training is the first place that we look, and so we're making some already made adjustments, and we'll continue to make them. So we go on the road. Actually, we leave tomorrow. We wrestle Eastern Michigan and Northern Illinois. I don't think DeKalb's not too far, so we wrestle them on Friday night. Both two MAC teams, both have some good guys in their lineup. I know we got to be ready to wrestle. Eastern Michigan, we wrestle on Wednesday. Midlands was Tuesday, Wednesday, so we kind of looked at the calendar, and we go to Virginia next week. So we'll go to Virginia next week. So we didn't want to get back, late Sunday. So we'll get back Friday night, and then we'll have the weekend to get ready for the next week. So we still had a week off in between duels. So that's kind of why, if guys are wondering why do we compete on a Wednesday? Well, Midlands was Tuesday, Wednesday. So we kind of want to stick to our having a week, and then we get on the road. We get back Friday night. So it'll be better for us. And then a lot of our young guys. We'll go compete in Dubuque this weekend. There's a tournament over there, so that's gonna be one of the last opportunities for those young guys to compete. We're getting few and far between as far as competition, and we kind of want to start getting those guys really just kind of being able to focus on our 10 guys or 12 guys, or the guys that are we're going to be getting ready to go for conference. So a lot of those guys will compete this weekend, and then we'll kind of go from there. But the lineup's pretty wide open. You don't have Peters. You don't have Peters in there, but I tell you what, he's coming around. I got to drill with him yesterday, and I like what I felt. I'm not sure exactly when we'll see him. It's not something we're going to push, but we'd obviously love to have him in there, but we also have a capable guy in there right now. Gall's a really good wrestler. He's got to do some weight control things better, and he knows that, and we'll have him there. 33, Alber, 41. I tell you what, Jake Cothe's wrestling pretty dang well. I like the things that he's doing. He beat a guy that was ranked fairly high, a kid from Nebraska, and handled him pretty well. And he's right there with the best guys. Him and Yauker. To me, it's really a nip and tuck thing. So you want one guy to really emerge. 49 right now. Good question. We got any 49-pounders out here? I don't know. 249? Yeah. No, but there's some guys that we're looking at putting in there, and we got some guys that have wrestled there before. But we want to put a guy out there that, like I talked about, how they're going to wrestle, how they're going to compete. To me is most important. So you got potentially a guy like Hodges moving up in there. And we'll see. Jensen, unfortunately. He's gonna have surgery. He had surgery on the 6th. His shoulders tore up pretty good. He's a really tough kid. If he could handle it and go through it, he would. But certain things you can't handle and compete with. I mean, it's just how it goes. I mean, it's a tough thing as a coach. It's hard to accept because you got a guy that does things right, they train right, they live right, and then it still doesn't work out for him. What do you say to a guy like that? You say, well, I mean, that's life sometimes, and it's not always going to be fair. But you've given yourself the best opportunity, and you set yourself up for the rest of his life too. Because the way he does things, how he goes about it, he will be successful. And, it's not always the wins and losses that define the success. It's more about how you go about it, how you handle these adversities, and then how you move forward from it. So I'm so proud of that kid. It's just we would have loved to have him in the lineup and have him healthy, but sometimes that doesn't happen. Steyert, to me, Steyert's right there. He's one takedown away from beating the best guys in the country, but now we got to go get that takedown. He's given himself 2 or 3 opportunities a match. I want to see him give himself 4 or 5 opportunities a match, because the matches that he's coming out and scoring, he's usually blowing those things wide open. The matches that stay 1-1 and they stay close to the end, those are the ones that sometimes he's not getting his hand raised. So getting him to be more offensive. Cooper's close. We'll see. I don't know if he'll be ready for Wednesday or this weekend or not, but he's close. Obviously we'd love to have him in there, but you got to be smart with things. Foster is competing pretty well. Lux is on the mend right now. I think he'll wrestle in the Dubuque Open and get a couple matches in, and then you're kind of back and forth on those 2 guys. Caldwell at 84, 97. Bartel, we'll see him back in the lineup. Him and Crum going back and forth, and then Blaze. So still some question marks, but still a lot of season left. We have 10 dual meets and 10 opportunities to continue to build this team and to move these guys forward and to really just, I tell you what, I want to see guys excited to compete. That's what I want to see more than anything. I want to see them enthusiastic about the sport, and I want to see them, 420 seconds. That's kind of what we're talking about right now. 420 seconds. That's it. That's all we're asking of those guys, of effort, energy, hustle, all those things. If we put those things on the board and put those out on the mat every time, then I like our chances, because then we build a reputation as, UNI, man, you got to come ready to scrap with those guys every single time. And we're not doing that right now. So it's been notice has been served, and we're going back to work on it, and actually really probably doing less work. Sometimes my attitude is the more the better, and sometimes the less is the better. Just more focused and more concentrated, and just to the point. Let's get the work done. Let's get in. Let's get out, and let's get ready. Every time we get that opportunity to compete, we go compete with a lot of passion. So, any questions?
You mentioned 10 dual meets